All right, let's talk some Ubisoft press event. We were there. We saw a lot of stuff. Had about a 2-hour show. Some of the stuff I think was expected. Some of the stuff was unexpected. They showed a lot of different things. Christine, anything stand out for you in particular from what we saw?
Obviously, South Park was the one that I really wanted to go there and see. It was awesome to have Matt Stone and Trey Parker come out and talk about the game, and to see a lot more of the game, and to talk a little about what exactly the crazy guys at South Park are going to be up to. I am once again a little frustrated that it looks like I can't play as a woman, but what are you gonna do? Yeah. I managed to make my dude a girl last time, so I can try it again.
And of course, in true South Park, they didn't hold back. They made a lot of fun of DC and of Marvel and of J.J. Abrams in their presentation. So they were very South Park-esque and ripping apart people. What was interesting too was no Assassin's Creed game this time at all, but a big focus on the movie, which was huge there.
Unfortunately, no Michael Fassbender came out.
No.
But he was featured prominently.
He was.
Although, I mean, as the film person in me, was happy to see Rob Marshall. For me, for sure, the thing that stood out is the new Star Trek game. That thing looks amazing.
Star Trek Bridge?
Yeah. Bridge Crew, I think it was called.
Okay.
In virtual reality.
And LeVar Burton was there, which was so rad. But you can put on VR and become the captain or an ensign or a science officer. No. Or an engineer. It was one of Force Buds. And so you can actually become and live on the bridge of a starship and work as a team. And LeVar Burton was touting it, and I was totally floored by that. I was like, yo, I can't wait. This coming out later this year. No, I want this now. I cannot wait much longer for that.
So are you gonna be our captain when we try this out?
I mean, I don't want to say that I'm going to be the captain, but I'm going to be the captain.
Okay, so I guess I'll just be that dude, that one character. Probably red shirt.
Yeah, red shirt. Seagull die.
Just doesn't listen to you.
But that's why they die, though. Red shirts always die.
Quick, before Guy dies.
Yeah, exactly. That's a quality movie. I love it.
It is.
What else? That new game at the end they showed off a lot, which was, what was it called? Steep?
Steep.
Yeah, they really focused on that at the end.
Steve liked it.
A little too long. They spent a little too much time on it, in my opinion, but people really seem to like it, including you.
Yeah, like I like action sports, or like X Games, so the concept of you being able to like paraglide or like base jump or was it snowboarding.
It had like a bird suit or something.
Skiing. Yeah. Like down like a steep mountain. That looks kind of cool. But what really sold it for me was the first person perspective.
Yeah.
Right. Like they had that demo, I think, when you're skiing. And like the girl does a flip, and you go in the first person perspective. I thought that looked really, really cool. Mm-hmm. I was just surprised they didn't say, "Hey, this is also for VR." It looks like it was tailor made for VR. You know? Like who wouldn't want to do that? Like I can't actually ski, or to that level, but I could probably do it in a video game, and like I'd like to be able to see it with my eyes.
Yeah, they did focus a lot on VR though, because they had the Star Trek game, and then.
The Eagle Vision game.
Right, yeah.
Which I wasn't that impressed with. No offense to you.
The graphics were bad.
The graphics were terrible, which makes me a little worried. Steve, you and I were talking about this a little bit. Or was it you, Moment, and I were talking about it? The worry I have now of seeing this is that, are the graphics this crappy because of, like, the system can't handle the concept of a multiplayer of this nature, so they have to kind of dumb it down? Does it have something to do with the motion sickness, or is it like just this is the first evolutionary step? Because if you got to think about like games like Fallout are coming to, Skyrim Remastered are coming, and obviously those look 1,000 times better. Yeah. Like if this is the image that is trying to sell me VR, it ain't working.
I hope not. I hope not, because in not only in the Ubisoft but in the other pressers, which you'll find other videos of on the site, they showed off different games or announced different titles for VR, and I think those are going to be better graphics and require better, they need better specs to run. So I hope.
I'm hopeful that the crappy graphics was just a questionable art choice. We'll say
maybe, but when you take Eagle Vision, you know it's from the Assassin's world. That's how they were kind of not officially selling it originally, was it had the scoping eagle above the towering city, and then it just kind of became this little crappy kids game
at this point. Like it almost turned into like a sports game, right? Because like you are an eagle and you're supposed to, I think, capture some kind of prey and
like
then
capture
take
the
it
flag.
and then take it to your nest. Yeah, it's capture the flag.
Yeah.
And
After the rabbit.
there's the rabbit, but for some reason the eagles can like shoot stuff at other eagles to knock them down instead of them just like bumping heads with each other.
How do you know they can't do that in real life, though? Let's be honest.
I don't know.
Being a little judgmental there, aren't you, Steve?
That's right.
I guess you could say I'm an anti-eagle person.
They had a lot of focus on the new Ghost Recon. A lot of focus on the new Ghost Recon.
I think they opened with it.
They did, and then they had another later on a longer gameplay demo. They did.
No, they opened with the craziest Just Dance party
right.
I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Oh yeah.
Which, if you didn't do any drugs, you didn't need to, because that opening was pretty wild.
It was crazy.
And it's also worth noting because like they blatantly admitted that they're developing on the NX, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the first time we played the NX.
The first time someone other than Nintendo has said, "Hey, the NX is coming." So like
Nintendo's barely said that. It's
I
just
know.
like Nintendo's not even said that much. But Ubisoft just came out and was like, "Yeah, we're making something for the NX. Here it comes."
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. The Ghost Recon focus was cool in the later gameplay demo they showed later in the press conference, where they showed like this long played out sequence. But I thought it was pretty cool. It's 4-player co-op, and they did some cool stuff.
But it doesn't have to be co-op, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you can choose to do every mission solo or with up to 3 other people. Obviously, it would probably be better with a co-op action, just the dynamics they were showing of it. But if you're a lone wolf, like me, you can do that, and I think that's a fine choice, a fine option if you don't want to get along with people on purpose.
Non-games related, they also announced that they're going to do a Watch Dogs movie.
Yes.
They didn't say if it's going to be based on 1 or 2 or a separate story. They didn't say anything about that kind of stuff, but all they said is they're going to make a Watch Dogs movie, and they also showed a lot more of Watch Dogs 2. I found it much more appealing in this more long version they showed.
Great.
Yeah.
It looks really
great.
good. It's much more action-packed, I think a little lighter than Watch Dogs 1. Watch Dogs 1 is very serious. It was a very serious storyline. This one seems a little bit more, almost like a little GTA mixed in there, a little bit more like fun, action.
It has more swag.
Yeah,
It does.
a little bit more
It
confidence.
has more swag to it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hooked on Watch Dogs 2 now, a little bit more than I was a few days ago.
Yeah, the vibe is totally better. Like, no offense to Aiden, what's his face, but like, you were a bummer, buddy. Give me a break.
Poor Aiden.
Yeah, like the new main characters, he's just so much more appealing,
Yeah,
and then
he's cool, man.
like that sidekick with the sunglasses that make no sense, they like emote
The emoji?
automatically for him.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. Except there's drones in this one too. Like there's
Yeah.
drones and everything now that Ubisoft puts out, and I don't really like drones.
But that kind of makes sense because he's like hacking.
oh yeah,
things,
I'm not
so-
saying it doesn't make sense. It totally makes sense. It just personally, I don't like it.
I can't really remember anything else that
Oh,
stands
For
out.
Honor.
Oh, yes.
For Honor.
That
Okay.
is true.
The guy who was on stage to introduce For Honor was amazing the first time he did it. This time he was fantastic. Like, this dude is born to make a Viking game because he basically is a Viking.
Yeah, he's a
And
cool
it's
dude.
awesome.
He's a guy from Ubisoft Montreal, right?
Yeah.
He looks pretty rad. Here's the thing about the For Honor game. It looks like an interesting game. I think they spent way too much time on it at the presser. They did like a really long, drawn out. I think they spent close to like 20 minutes almost on it.
It was a
almost.
long time.
It was a long time. But Steve, this game's kind of up your alley more than anything.
Yeah, well, like it should be because I like action adventure games like this, right? And it was kind of cool that they showed the single player campaign for it, right? Because
Yeah.
before, like I thought everyone just thought it was a multiplayer game because that's what they showed last year,
Yeah.
right? But the single player game, it made me just think it was like Dynasty Warriors, like the cheesy hack and slash game from Tecmo, which isn't exactly a good thing. And I understand the combat's supposed to be a little more in depth, but I just saw like this one Viking dude just roll through like a samurai village. I'm not sure why Vikings are attacking samurais.
Why not?
But he was just mowing dudes down, and like the boss fight at the end was kind of cool, and I understand why a lot of people are really excited about it. I guess because I haven't played it, I'm not all the way there on it quite yet.
Yeah.
You're not all the way up, as Fat Joe would say.
Yeah.
Christine's head shakes are my favorite. I don't know. I got nothing else from Ubisoft. That's most of what I remember from.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't their best presser by
No.
any means.
But it's pretty good
Taylor
still,
was
though.
always good, and LeVar Burton was cool to have come out, and like I said, Matt Stone, Trey Parker were
Yeah.
awesome. But Really happy birthday or anniversary, Ubisoft.
Yeah,
30
happy 30.
years.
I thought they did pretty well. I thought it was a B plus A minus news conference. They did a pretty
You
good
are
job.
giving way better grades than I would give.
I am,
It
but
was a solid
I thought,
B.
I thought it was B
Solid
plus A minus.
B.
It was good. We have more coming. Sony's coming up next. So wait. I mean, not now. Just come back later.